5. I'm montze.t, and today for CRE3, I'm going to be doing prompt 1. So, if I was diagnosed with a terminal illness and I had 3 mobilized months, I would start off by telling my parents and then my siblings and sit down and have like a game plan on what I would want. So the first 3 months, I would want to travel to Europe for like a week, because that's just like one of my life goals, and also to go scuba diving. And the funds for it I'd probably just take all of my savings out and just use that, but that probably wouldn't be enough to cover everything, because I want to go, me, my parents, and my brothers. I don't really need friends there. I think it's gonna be more intimate just having my family. And then apart from that, I would tell my friends, and I'd tell acquaintances. Like, obviously that's not the first topic I discuss with someone, like when meeting them, like, hey, by the way, like, I'm dying in 6 months, I'm dead. But I would say that, like, I had such and such terminal illness and I had such and such time left. Apart from that, I think I would stop going to school, because I find it pointless. At that rate, I'm not getting a degree, so I just don't know why I would do that. So I want to travel, and then I'd probably move home and start like doing hobbies, or I think I would volunteer in different places, instead of I'd probably visit College Station to see my friends, but I'd probably be more at home with my family, just because I feel like that's my priority line. And then to execute my plans, yeah, I would only want to travel for about a week, and my parents would probably still be going to work and doing everything, because I have 3 younger brothers, so their life would not stop for me. And once reaching the 3-month mark where I am bedridden, I want to leave an AMD, which we discussed in lecture of September 25th, and that's due to wanting to have like a plan in case, so like worst cases I become like inaudible and I start losing brain like function, so I don't remember things. The second that I stop remembering people and such, I want to be like taken off of life support. Like, I want to just let myself die. So I would definitely leave an AMD for those last 3 months just in case. And then when we read, and the reason for that was because when we looked at the lecture to citation for the terminal illness part in September 23rd, it really just struck to me how much like our body is affected when a terminal illness is actually kicking in, and we're slowly like starting to actually die and prepare for death in that moment. And I don't like the mental effects and the physical effects it has on you. Like, I don't want to wake up weak every day and like unable to do things. I'd rather just die. And so right now, like, going into the dying aspect of it, we mentioned hospice care on September 23rd during lecture. I don't want to die in hospice care. I want to die at home. Probably sounds kind of weird, but I kind of want to die in my living room. It might like scar my brothers, but I don't want to die in my room just because it's kind of segregated from my house. Like, it's in the back corner. That or like the movie room, but I just feel like that's gonna haunt my brothers forever, because then they're not gonna want to be there. I'm not sure. When looking at that, probably the living room, because I don't want to die in my room. Like, I don't know, and I don't want to like suffer either, so that's why I think I would leave the AMD. And I think this big discussion comes from the course media between not wanting to live or not wanting to die, because I don't want to live if I'm put in those circumstances, but I also don't want to die because I obviously don't want to like stop seeing my parents and growing with my siblings, but that's just something like that kind of hits to me. And another course media that refers back to the way I think is what matters at the end of life. And I think it's important to highlight like the happiness that you have around you and the people you have around you, which really impacts the type of life you had on this earth. And subjecting back to the course media would be Before I Die, A Day with a Terminal Ill Patient. That was just like, it was just kind of sad for me to read, because when looking at the logistics, it's true, like not everyone's life stops, and like we get to give attention to somebody who is terminally like ill. And not saying that my parents wouldn't, but I would prefer for them to continue their life. So when I am gone within those 3 to 6 months, my brothers are still being provided, and I just like don't really like, I know it's gonna impact their life, but I don't want it to fully destroy it. Like I want them to still be okay. So probably just spend the most time I can with them and my family, and then here and there friends. I'll probably leave like my house open for people to come and see me and stuff, but I don't think I want to like live too long past the bedridden stage. And so when comparing my first interview and my second interview, I have two completely different responses. Angela would prefer to travel and just be with family, and not really like focusing on much than just traveling, compared to David, who would rather go to school. The reason behind that, I think it's a lifestyle like opinion, and in what they prioritize in life. And you know, compared to Angela, she'd want to tell people she wants to travel for months on end, but I don't think that's pretty realistic compared to David, who just would rather go to school and, you know, finish life as it was, which is pretty okay. Like I don't think that's a bad idea, but personally not what I would do. So yeah, overall this is my CRE3. Thank you.